In 1914, a single gunshot in Sarajevo set the world ablaze. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the spark, but Europe was already primed for conflict by tangled alliances and fierce nationalism. The Triple Entente, France, Britain, Russia, stood against the Triple Alliance of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, Russia mobilized, Germany declared war on Russia and France. The system meant to keep peace instead guaranteed a global war. What followed was not a quick campaign but a brutal grinding conflict that would reshape the world. The stage was set for a century defined by conflict and transformation. The First World War's roots ran deep. Nationalism, imperial rivalries, and an arms race fueled by pride and paranoia. Colonial ambitions and secret treaties turned a regional crisis into a global catastrophe. Young men rushed to enlist expecting glory, but found only trenches, machine guns, and poison gas. The war consumed a generation, shattered empires, and left a legacy of bitterness. The old world order was gone, replaced by uncertainty and loss. The war to end all wars instead sowed the seeds for future conflict. Europe would never be the same. While the West bled in the trenches, Russia teetered on the edge. War exposed the Tsarist regime's weakness. Defeat, hunger, and unrest led to revolution. The Tsar abdicated. A provisional government took over but kept Russia in the war, alienating the masses. The Bolsheviks, led by Lenin, promised peace, land, and bread. In October 1917 they seized power in a near-bloodless coup, ending centuries of monarchy. Russia exited the war and became the world's first communist state. A new ideological conflict was born. The 1920s roared with prosperity, but the boom was built on debt and speculation. In 1929 the stock market crashed. Black Tuesday. Banks failed, businesses closed, and unemployment soared. The Great Depression spread worldwide, crippling economies from Germany to Brazil. Faith in capitalism and democracy faltered. Desperation fueled the rise of extremist ideologies. The world slid toward instability and the next great conflict. The stage was set for new, dangerous leaders. Economic despair in Germany paved the way for Adolf Hitler and the Nazis. Hitler dismantled democracy, built a dictatorship, and preached racial purity and expansion. The world, haunted by the last war, tried appeasement, allowing Hitler to annex territory unchecked. In 1939, Hitler and Stalin secretly agreed to divide Poland. Germany invaded, Britain and France declared war. Appeasement had failed. The Second World War, even more destructive than the first, had begun. The world braced for another cataclysm. At the core of Nazi ideology was obsessive anti-Semitism. Jews were stripped of rights, attacked, and forced into ghettos. The final solution meant industrialized genocide. Death camps like Auschwitz became factories of murder. 6 million Jews and millions of others were killed in the Holocaust. The world witnessed the depths of human cruelty. The Holocaust remains the most chilling testament to evil in modern history. Its lessons echo through time. World War II's end brought not peace but the Cold War. The US and Soviet Union, once allies, became rivals, each armed with nuclear weapons. Europe split, Democratic West, Communist East. The US adopted containment, supporting nations resisting communism and rebuilding Western Europe. Proxy wars, espionage, and an arms race defined the era. The Berlin airlift, NATO, and the Soviet atomic bomb raised the stakes. Humanity lived under the shadow of nuclear annihilation. The Cold War shaped the world for decades. After World War II, Korea was split, Communist North, US-backed South. In 1950, North Korea invaded the South, sparking the first hot war of the Cold War. US-led UN forces intervened, pushing north, but China entered, driving them back. The war became a bloody stalemate. In 1953, an armistice ended the fighting, but not the conflict. Korea remains divided, a legacy of Cold War tensions. The peninsula stands as a reminder of unresolved conflict. The US fought to stop communism in Vietnam, backing the South against the Communist North. The war escalated, with American troops facing guerrilla tactics and mounting casualties. The conflict was broadcast into American homes, fueling a powerful anti-war movement. The Tet Offensive shattered confidence in victory. The war dragged on, dividing America and costing millions of lives. In 1975, the US withdrew. Vietnam was reunified under communism. The war left deep scars on both nations. The Berlin Wall symbolized the Cold War's division for nearly 30 years. By the 1980s, the Soviet bloc was crumbling under economic and political pressure. Gorbachev's reforms unleashed a wave of revolution across Eastern Europe. In 1989, the people rose up. Poland, Hungary, and finally, Berlin. On November 9th, the wall fell as crowds surged through, reuniting a city and a continent. The Cold War's end was sudden and peaceful. The world watched as freedom triumphed over tyranny. A new era began. The Cold War rivalry reached beyond Earth in the space race. The Soviets launched Sputnik and sent the first human to space. The US responded with Apollo, aiming for the moon. In 1969, Neil Armstrong set foot on the lunar surface. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. The world watched in awe, united in wonder. The moon landing was a triumph of human ingenuity. For a moment, the divisions of Earth faded. It was a testament to what humanity can achieve. The 20th century was a crucible. War, genocide, and division, but also unity and progress. We saw the worst of humanity. From extermination camps to the best. The moon landing. Empires fell, freedom rose, and people stood against tyranny. We turned our gaze to the stars, dreaming of a better future. The century holds up a mirror to our nature, capable of destruction and wonder. Its legacy is a question. Which path will we choose? The future of our planet depends on our answer. Our story is still being written,